Let me get in light so you can see what I'm wearing. Taking the Facebook walk of shame. Hey, I pay my, my dues where dues are. Oh, sorry. Where it's due. This is my outfit. I'm wearing a Letterman jacket. Got my drink. Like, share, and subscribe to the video. Okay, we are going to walk in the center of the road all the way down to semi and then right back. Okay. I did it once already and try. Oh no, leave this jacket. My Letterman jacket. At least I pay my tab. Okay. Ready? Alexis walk of shame. Pigtails. Is the pigtails not enough? Anyways, we're just going down here to the semi at the end of the road. See if I can get picked up. And I've got my big red. I don't really leave the house without it, so this is my Alexis's walk of shame. Y'all like my pants? Y'all like the pants though, right? You see them? Yeah, you see my pants, right? Surely. Where are you going tonight, little girl? Well, I'm gonna walk slower to my destination over here and then back, and that's it. I already did it once, so this is twice. Girls got on my stripes and my pigtails. I'm trying to get picked up in the trailer park. So this is the Alexis's walk of shame. Where you going tonight, little girl? Well, I tell you where I'm not going. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I was waiting to get picked up. Just waiting. Whenever you're ready. Just waiting. My pigtails a little more. Like that. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. You hear the sirens? Hey, at least I pay my tab, y'all. So here's your personal public apology. If I have offended you on Facebook, you can pick me up. I'll allow it. I will allow it only for a short time. This special is running. Only for a short time. But I'll try to walk a little slower. It's going good. I'm doing good. Well, what? I was just taking my walk of shame, so just a short, brief walk. Nothing to it. Slower. I'll walk slower in the middle of the road. Okay, back to the house. So if I have offended you guys on my Facebook, here's your public apology. And I'll walk a little slower. So I think I look great. Got my cousin's jacket on though, her Letterman jacket. Might go commit a few crimes in it. I'm just playing. Just kidding. Alright, let me put this bad boy on. Alright, going inside now. It was way too freaking cold. Alright. So we're square. We're square now. Alright. We square? I hope we're square now. Alright guys, that was really embarrassing. Probably more embarrassing than the 2 cheeseburgers on top of my car lunch. But, there you have it. Personal apology, public apology. I guess I can wait outside about 2 more minutes. Read the comments. See? Well, it's not really a paid tab. It's just, it's, when you know you deserve to get your ass kicked and you got it coming, so you just bend over politely and you kind of take it. Yeah. Stay longer. Yeah, so I mean, I take my ass whoopings, you know. If I screw up, I'll take them. I'll take them all day long, guys. Hey, if I'm in the wrong, guys, if I am ever in the wrong, okay, or if I'm ever trying to grab your attention, I'm just trying to get your attention. I'm not 35, y'all. I'm really not trying to be a troublemaker anymore at all, but I will pay my debts. I do pay my debts, and if I'm in the wrong, I will gladly. I effed up, and I did it, and I said it, and I don't hide. I don't run. So I was right here. So if you want to kick my ass, you just here for the kicking. Nope. All right. You want to kick it? You want to kick my ass? Which ass though? Probably the ass that's on the back of my jacket name. Did y'all see that? Hold on. I don't know if you can still get in the light. This isn't even my Letterman jacket, but oh, can you see that? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Oh, sorry. Hey, so that's the. I don't know if y'all can see. Can y'all see that damn name on there? Cause you can see it in the reflection, right? Yeah, there you go. But anyway, all right. I guess I'll take one more walk to the semi if y'all want me to. Because if I deserve it, I deserve it. And I probably deserve a longer walk in front of a larger crowd, in front of a truck stop probably, or something. But hey, I'm a sport. I will do it. I will. A couple of underdoggies and back. Let's go. Closed on Sundays. Just hope I look. I mean, I just got out of the shower, you know. I feel pretty good, you know. Well, I'm alright about it. I've made amends with myself, and Underdog. I'm top dog. Yeah, you want me to take the bike? I will. You want me to ride the bike without... I'll remove one of the pedals or something for y'all if y'all want. And I'll scoot over there. I'm just kidding. It's the, I love this jacket. This jacket's pretty warm, It's not mine, but I was looking for a jacket and I was like, I think I'm just going to jack that jacket. So I jacked it. Anyway, tell me, have you seen her? Live algae. Tijuana, Mexico. You gonna ride to Tijuana, Mexico? No, son. It is not that cereal. It's really not that cereal. It's adjustable and it's fixable. And hey, if I'm in the wrong, I will pay my debts. I do. I pay my debts. You seen my pants, right? You saw the pants. Alright, you seen them? And the Adidas white shoes and pigtails and Letterman jacket. So one more trip down there or no? One more? My hair's still wet too, so it's pretty cold. I have no makeup on. I just got out the shower. This is kind of embarrassing. But I'll wait. Like, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. And then I'm out here. Seriously. I'm gonna light my cigarette. Probably my last cigarette that I do get to smoke. So, if ever I'm in the wrong, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Get okay? If it wasn't so cold, I would probably just go all the way to the store. Get this. I don't know. You got the right girl? Or is it the right? I don't know. If you got the right girl, This is really embarrassing. I'm ready to get all y'all's comments. Alright, so, Yeti wants to kick it. I want to kick it. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Everything's good. I am fine. It's so well deserved. Butt kick. I'll probably go off the live here pretty soon, so yeah. Hey y'all, I hope I get that one job that I was telling y'all about. I did apply there, so if my security background does clear, I'll be doing security checks for this job for a actual it's a factory or what have you, power plant. So I will be checking other people's credentials, just like the office space. I'd be like, yeah, what exactly do you do here? So if I get the security clearance, I will get that job, and that'll be cool. This is truly embarrassing. So. Oh, I guess I could have walked to the truck stop or something. Made it more interesting. But last time I walked to the store, I had like a fire truck and all kinds of doing donuts in the Dairy Queen parking lot following me. I was like, So, that is not an option. I'll just stick to the trailer park for now. Anyway. I feel like a pinata. Just swinging here, waiting for my ass kicking. I really do. Like a pinata hanging from a tree. I should have brought some garlic out here just to let you know I'm not scared and stuff of it. Alright, super gay, y'all. I think I'm gonna cut this short. Should I cut it short? Go inside because it's really cold. Cut it short or go inside. Nothing is happening at the truck stop, but it is nearby. Closed on Sundays. So I do have to go cash in a lottery ticket. So I could do that. I just thought the, pigtails was really great, and it was a longer walk. So you're worthy of being safe. Yes, I am always safe. I'm never not scared of that ever, and such. So pretty much I have it all narrowed down. Y'all are gonna think this is wild, but let me explain something to y'all. It's like we're all on a spaceship, right? The judge, everybody has like their credentials to cover that aspect of the courts, right? They're driving the ship. We're in this spaceship. All the police officers are there to protect and serve policies. And then we have us, the citizens, okay? Well, if you are not a United States citizen, say you're like a Hungarian or something, or I don't know, of a different country, time travel is some real shit, y'all. And you have to make sure you have your passports wherever you go and travel to, because the whole world itself can shift and you can actually find yourself stuck in the same freaking spaceship that it's been in, when you could shift it a little bit, and when you shift it, you can steer the spaceship into a more abundant direction, depending on what kind of illegal immigrants kind of that you have in your country. So your country is really important to have that. You really just need to get a visa. If you don't have a visa already, or you don't have a passport, you should go down to your nearest post office and get one, because it could come in handy. There are people in different states and stuff like that here in the United States that can potentially, what's the word? Affect your identity and where you stand at within the country. Because if you got pending lawsuits on you within the courts and stuff like that, like child support court, or you have to go to prison or something like that, and you have to move your assets around, it's hard to get to your it's harder to get to your abundance if you're not established with your personal identity and stuff like that. So it is very important. You can find yourself in, like the United States, in your country, but not actually in your country. Does it make sense? So it's all basically, we're all plugged into the AI pretty much. And I exposed it today on another guy's channel, who he thinks he's the smartest person that he knows. And I exposed it, kind of. And it's kind of, should be illegal for them to cyber do that, like without having the cyber security, that's where I don't feel safe, is in cyber security. That's where I don't feel safe, because pretty much they can turn you into a freaking computer, a walking, talking robot, but you're a human being having this experience. And that's where everything is self-governed and self-ran, you know, unless you made it to the country probably where Obama's at, where he's the king of the country, or whatever, in all actuality of it. And it gets really deep, y'all. It's real shit. It basically goes by like maritime law, by like travel of the water, and then you have your travel of the roads, and then you have your travel of air. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna explain it. I own this space right here where I'm standing at, because I made up a matter, so I matter. So I have to be responsible for myself, right? Well, if I can't be responsible for myself and my what I have going on, then, and the courts have to get involved, all that sort of stuff. That's where it gets complicated, and you can kind of shift your coordinates of what country you're in, because I own everything all the way up to heaven, all the way down to hell, right here, because I take up this space right here. Latitude, longitude, right here. So homeless people, a lot of the times, while they are like pretty much vagabonded and they wind up huddled together like cows in pasture before it's going to rain, is because they don't have an established real estate home or something to that aspect. And a lot of it ties into doing your inner childhood healing. So like if you have not done your inner childhood healing, say for instance, your parents never taught you shit about anything growing up, okay? So we'll say that's, that's the case. You get older and you have to do that inner childhood healing, because if you're stuck in a position where you're homeless, you don't know how, basically. You don't know how to ask for anything. You got too much pride, but yet you don't have too much pride to ask on the street corner. It's kind of what YouTube is for. So you don't have to be out here in the cold. But it's just different for different countries and stuff like that. It depends on where you cross your boundaries or your lines and your coordinates of your phone, really. So that's what it all boils down to, and who has access to that, because now it's actually getting to a point to where we're starting to turn females into automatic, like if you don't have a job, you're automatically subjected to do things that you wouldn't normally do by proxy. And if you do not comply, you can find yourself into an incarceration, which would either be a jail or a hospital, one of the two, because the definition of incarceration is that, a jail or a hospital. And we all know who is running that is Santa Claus. So Santa Claus runs the North Pole, and because somebody has to do that job, and he's got his little elves, and he does carry the loot of toys. But we have to remember, when we switch into adulthood, your childhood past of what you went through when you were a child should not have to follow you into your adulthood. If that is the problem, that is the case they gave you, it does technically, there are things out there, that creeper crawlers that will follow you and will test your spiritual process, the road you're going on and everything. I'm going inside, y'all. It's cold. So you will get tested. You will get tested by all People in high positions of power, like in churches and stuff like that, you will be tested, your strength. But it's almost gotten to a point with me where I got tested, like, I've had to take the same test, like, repeatedly. And I'm like, and like, even God's tired of it. He's like, this has to stop somewhere within this point, because I'm not actually married. Well, that, guys, that ties into a whole different positioning for you, depending on what your beliefs are. And here in America, we have the right to freedom of religion, unless they tell you that your beliefs are wrong in a court of law. So, they make an agreement with a covenant. They take you over like a mortgage to a house and your children. You can get rights and easements to cross through the land, but it's a whole process, and it's a futuristic thing. Now we have AI that can plug in all the freaking contracts into their computer and then chip us and then tell us Trump's president and all this stuff. But in all actuality, that is not what you're visually seeing. What you're seeing is virtual reality. It's none of it's real. So the whole test that God will put you through, if you have mastered that test within a certain time, if something was inaccurate and you were done in completely wrong in that time period, the math will check itself, okay? Because over a period of time, there are people that come in to do the area testing of that or whatever, and it's going to check the math, and it's going to see if every single contract in the courts has been truthful or if it's a lie. And it can spot the lie, y'all. It definitely can. So if you find yourself in the Bermuda Triangle of not having your birth certificate, or you could be stateless, or you should talk to an immigration attorney, because you won't be able to, you can't wheel and deal with anybody within the country barriers or that state, until you do establish your identity. So that's the policy of it, but it does affect your finances very much, especially unless you give it all up. You say you can have it all. You can have, you want the kids, you can have them. You have to give it up 100% completely, because what it does at that point is it'll just show how vindictive the other party has been treating you in a court of law, and you have that in paperwork. So I am actually going to get all my notes together, and I'm going to do I'm going to write a book on it, because writing a book would be a lot easier to explain it. But it gets wild, y'all. It gets really, really wild, and you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe how far you can travel, but you don't know what dimension you're actually in when you get there. You can be in the same world, same state, different city, but you just travel to a new dimension, because it all goes off the phones, y'all. So you never know where you're at on the grid, but you do, kind of. Does that make sense? Yeah, for sure, Emily. Yes. So, with all that being said, basically it's like this. The judges and all the people in the courts cannot coordinate us, or they don't have the power to like follow us through our journey in life, right? I'm gonna put some makeup on. I look ridiculous. I just got out of the shower. But they don't have the power to do that, right? They can only do it by like so much, all right? And if your shit is out of whack to where you got child support over here, you're out there having more babies and stuff out of wedlock, it just becomes a problem and a mess. And it's nothing against us females or males out there. It's just that you can't be doing that. I mean, you can have those dreams of doing that and what have you, but you have to be equal. You have to know who you're dealing with when you do that. You have to be equally yoked. They have to be supporting you. You can't just be out there doing stuff out of wedlock, because the definition spiritually of being married is someone that will support you on that level. And if that person leaves you in dip state, it gets bad, y'all. And it takes a long ass time to figure it out. And I think we pretty much are coming to, and if one gets left behind, guys, we have to wait. We have to wait to go get that one. We do. The whole gang load of us do. You guys, me, everybody. So we have to stop the ship and return for that one, okay? So if you were someone who was, like, say for instance, wrongfully accused, say you went to a civil court hearing that they were trying to turn into a criminal court hearing by going through a probate court and trying to, you know, do stuff like that. That's where you get the attorney general involved. He's got to wait, you know, the maximum amount of statute, I think, of limitations in Texas is like 7 or 8 years. So you're going to have to wait all that time before the devil's advocate has to come in and say, okay, now let's go get that one. Okay? Because those are pretty much, that's like the devil's advocate right there. So, and it comes with a price, because some people seize an opportunity and they just, land of the free, land of America, let's just take it by the horns and go with it. So a lot of people just take the easy route. They do, and they figure, oh well, they won't figure it out till years later, all right? And then it's a huge problem when it gets to that point. And we can dress it up by saying we need more incarceration, hospitals, or jails. But really, we just need to fix the immigration problem itself, and that has to do with traveling. So, you should really find out your family tree, your heritage. I wouldn't suggest sending it into the 23andMe. I would just simply suggest doing your inner childhood healing and figuring that out on your own. And through doing tarot and that, I have learned a lot. But if you have certain credentials or your family's a bunch of idiots, it can follow you. And it could be bad or a good thing. Or if you're really pretty, you might just find yourself on the government watch list for some, I don't even know why reason. But, you know, because I was free and clear before I went to prison. I've never been on that list ever. Somebody signed me up for a bunch of dating websites. They try to stick me into like some sort of like sex trafficking ring or something like that, and like I have never like that. It shocked me, y'all, because I used to be a bad person. I did used to be a bad person, but I'm not anymore. So now why it's hard for me is because I have all these pending lawsuits and my family is tied into it. So with the probate courts and the estate courts and everything like that, it gets my situation so bad when it comes to that. And it could have just been good if, you know, now that I'm 35 years old, but if my parents would have just told me that that wasn't my real dad, you know, would have made perfect sense, you know. But even my dad didn't know. So even my dad did not know. So and I can't say that I know exactly how my dad is feeling right now, and it really, really hurts me, because that's my dad. Like, that's always been my dad. Like, they've been married for 55 years, my parents have, and I can't just imagine, like, I know how my dad is feeling right now, and I know he don't want me. He don't even want to look at me. He don't even want to see me. Like, and you don't even know how bad that, like, it hurts, y'all. Like, it really hurts to know you don't, that you really don't have a dad. Like, because he's not looking at you like he used to look at you, because the truth is out. You know what I mean? So, it's hurtful. People are a bunch of liars and scammers. when it comes to child support and their history, and it takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, and a lot of goddamn work, but I have narrowed it the freak down, and I'm not promised myself I would not cry about it anymore, because it can get very, very stressful to a point where you can't, don't want to, like, and then you almost get there. And here's how the math gets tested, y'all, because it gets right to that last little thread where, like, you feel like one more thing and it's just gonna pull the plug on you. That's how your whole world's gonna come tumbling down with that one little thread. It's like, now you don't got it. Like, then what are you even doing here? I'm not in the right country. I'm in my country, but my children not filling out one of their birth certificates at birth, and then the federal court. It's like it would be like a Texas Ranger and a U.S. Marshal had a baby, and we'll call it Baby Miracle, and they both are from different countries. The Ranger and the Marshal, both from different countries. You have this baby, and it all depends on where you have the baby at. Well, some countries will honor right of blood, right of soil. It just depends where you're at. Even in some countries, they will take the make and model where it was, the ship itself was built. They will take the origin of that country. Some will honor it. So you have to know those laws, rules, and regulations of that. Some people are just having babies everywhere, just spitting them out to avoid paying child support. I heard if you have 12 children like Elon Musk does, you don't have to pay child support. So it just avoids that policy altogether. It's kind of like that would make Ken Paxton, who has complete immunity in the United States, to not have to be eligible to have to go to court for his 99-year securities fraud, because ethically he can't. He's the Attorney General. Does it make sense, guys? They're running the ship. They are driving this mofo. They're not going to sit there and do us wrong. No, they're not. Where we fault at is where we try to push these agendas or bills straight off to the legislature, guys. We'll try to shoot that straight through the legislature that last year he's in office and get those bills passed through. And now what do we have? It checks the math. Now we have boys playing in girls' sports, girls playing in boys. Come on, man. Where is a girl playing in a boys' sports? I want to see one. And it's not. What it is they have to backtrack that case law, and if it's already gone into a federal court, they're going to have to backtrack all the caseloads, because from the 1800s up till now. And that's what you don't understand. That takes time, and we're driving this ship. So, God dang if we have to do a pimp turn in here to go get that one, y'all. But we have to do it because we're all in this ship. And it's not like we're not going to, like, create a war to do it, y'all. We're just going to have to, yes, we effed up. I did it. Yes, I did it. And you have to be honest with yourself and everyone. And we really don't have a lot of time to F with you. And we really don't want to look through your vehicles and ask you for your identification. We just want you to live right and be doing the right thing. But the wrong thing is a lot of people are not taught the inner childhood healing aspects that you need in this life. The credentials to date and have children out of wedlock and buy housing and stuff and such, and learning how to get your bills paid, learning that process of it all, because it can get very, very complex very fast. Hi, Cut Above, y'all. Hey, if y'all have not seen her channel, y'all check her out. She's really cool. I like her channel. She taught me how to do the because a lot of people are like, can I have a reading? She actually narrowed it down for me how to actually. Now, the currency exchange part, guys, of life in general. If you've never had to buy yourself a drink, because everybody wants to tap that, right? Some people, they can grasp the idea at a young age from what their parents have taught them. Some people grow up in an Amish community with some parents that have been married for 55 years, and you don't find out till you're 35 that's not even a real dad. And you have a kid here and a kid there and everywhere, and you have to fix it. So, sorry, but it can get very complex. You can wind up botched. So, yeah, buy me a drink. I can't. I'm just, y'all kind of caught me off guard because I was doing my whole stroll that I duly, I deserved it. I deserved it. And I owned up to it, and I did my whole stroll, and I apologized, and so there's that. But I wasn't prepared to get into this conversation. I really have my big poster board that I was going to write notes and do this discussion, but when people, and see, here's the thing, if y'all don't own one of these dictionaries yet, you really need to start, instead of Google, just get you a Webster's dictionary, okay, and keep it close by you. Because a lot of the words, okay, and a lot of people use different wordage and different expressions into their meanings. And it helps to have a dictionary to actually, if you don't know what, you're like, someone's testing to see if you know what the word is, or even can make a big difference because everything's plugged up to a computer. And if you don't know the meaning of the true, what the word means, the demeanor of it can come out wrong, and you can completely just hear, oh, immigration, we need to fix it. No, you gotta fix the inner childhood healing of most folks that don't understand how to correlate that, and it becomes a continuous problem where they're going to jails and hospitals, y'all. We don't want to build any more jails and hospitals than we already have. We have plenty of them. I promise y'all. That is the last thing that the people in office want to see. Yes, it does fund them, okay? But we have funded it so much enough that even the feds has sit there and said, like, man, maybe we have pushed the envelope a little too far. And it is turning out on our end where it looks like we're the ones trafficking these children. And we have to answer for it. Because it looks as though we're not doing our job. But they still have to keep pushing the government every day and go to work because we don't take care of our shit. Yeah, it becomes a huge problem, y'all. If you can't afford an attorney, and that's the whole thing with that's how the devil's advocate plays in, y'all. So if you have, I'm going to put a little makeup on, y'all, because I'm just got out the shower and I'm going a whole stroll, but that is the hugest problem, because if you look at your brothers and sisters that you grew up with, a lot of them have taken off in this world. A lot of them travel. They see the world with no problems. They never go to jail. That's because you ain't fixed your shit. You got a kid over here and over there, and kids you don't know about, and you have to fix your tree node, and come to find out, it could be chopped down, and you don't even have a family tree or a dad. You know, and it gets really bad. Then you're just the only one in you're in this country, but you're not in this world. And you get locked out. You get locked out of heaven. You get locked out of your abundance. You're stuck. It's like worse than being vagabonded. Imagine, like, not even tangibly being able to hold cash in your hand because you're not a citizen. You're a citizen, but you're not a citizen because, like, my mom was born in Canada, and the birth certificate on my son, they didn't let me fill it out, and so it's just a problem. Huge problem. And then my sister-in-law, her dad's the CEO of the damn hospital, and so I don't know what she did whenever she did it, but she just, did whatever she wanted to do, and it screwed my freaking life up. And that's the second part of incarceration, is a jail or a hospital. So I got completely screwed out of a lot of opportunities. And it became like clockwork, like around the same timing every year, guys. Like, and because that's what it's doing, it's updating every year. So it's going to see if you're still up to the same shit 6 months later, a year later. Like, it's going to check up on you. You are? Y'all check her out, A Cut Above Tarot. She is amazing. She calls it like she sees it, y'all. And if you hit her thumbs up, thank you all that did hit the thumbs up in here. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all. Y'all check her out. She's really good. I like her. And she'll keep the tree out there so y'all can talk to Grandmother Willow. And that actually, trees are the Wi-Fi, okay? They do. I don't know how to explain it, guys. How do you think Google was created? Everything is created by a tree. It's a node. It's your binary tree. Let me give you an example. Where's my little binary tree I had? It's right here. And so this is my example. And my Uncle Jerry, he actually worked for the FDA, and like he was learning the programs that started and stopped cotton cultivation. And he's the only one that knows that program. And like he was breathing 29%, and they wanted him to go to school to learn more about that. This is where we're all just stuck. It's like we're stuck in a time capsule, and the whole rest of the world already moved on, and it's already somewhere else, and we're not connected with it in some sort of way because we got stuck and left behind here. So trying to fix it for us, but we really need to establish our having children out of wedlock and what the actual true definition of a marriage is. They really do need to start teaching like etiquette classes in school. Maybe stop building houses so close together. And I remember, like, what happened to Little House on the Prairie days where, like, you just had the one little country, school teacher there to teach the kids. Now we're blowing up. Now we've got more children and kids and schools that we know what to do with, y'all. And we can't afford to build any more buildings, housing and stuff. That funding is already gone. There are no more aliens. We are the aliens. And we're going to increase our population until we can't fit in this world. Because we can't fix it. We're expanding it, expanding. And we need to stop expanding like that. We need to have more like etiquette, more grace, more understanding of what your true value is. And I mean your and what your parents, their view of what you or your value is. Because if they're just writing you off and not telling you what they're doing, they're just going with the spaceship expecting that you know. Because they have to. They have no choice. It's almost like, and then you get left behind with the house, and you're the demonic entity in the house. Like, it can get to that point because you get left behind and you don't handle your shit. So, these are trees right here, okay? So, like, for instance, this could be someone's family tree if I want to get on a landscaping Home Depot. And I want to plant a tree to represent a Wi-Fi connection to somebody. This is like a telepathic communication to be able to communicate with this family over here. Okay? The Johnsons would really like to communicate with the Smiths here. Well, and then we have the Williams right here. take the tag off this one, off the Williams. Well, come on, Williams. A lot of people can get real territorial, guys. Now this is where you have the community. Open the steeple, you see all the people and their family. All right? So that's where you can become like, this could become an evil, it could be your worst nightmare, or it could be your greatest progress that you could possibly make. So, and a lot of people sit there and say, well, there's resources out there. There really needs to be a different resource. There needs to be just a one main resource. Really, it does. And you can get all your credentials in that one building. That's what really needs to happen. But we've already done built all these different buildings for the accountant and the front desk lady peoples and the... It's really ridiculous. We really just got a loan and started building more unnecessary shit. And we went a little too far decorating the whole world, and now we're trying to fix it. So, and it's not getting fixed by playing all these games and facades like, oh, we're gonna make her or him mad, and playing these games in the courts like, I'm gonna take the kids, I'm blah blah blah, for personal gain, instead of saying, yo, we gotta fix this whole world before we have to build another hospital or another jail, because we don't even have the money to do that. And that's where we're pushing the envelope towards. So what we have to do is go back and help people fix their family trees. You have to help them in the due time. You know, maybe do more homeschooling or get the children involved in an etiquette class. Maybe, you know, fix a room up where it's like a beautiful country club and they get to dress up once a week in some, you know, like the drama club has clothes or something, and you can actually go out to dinner, and then you write a report the next week about, you know, culinary, the food, how did it taste and everything and stuff like that, you know. Actually getting to know yourself, not just rushing off to a party on the weekends and hooking up with whoever and wind up 16 and pregnant. So, etiquette, inner childhood healing would greatly benefit. Not just shipping kids off to New York in the middle of the night. I'm talking like real inner childhood healing as an adult. Hard thing to do. It can affect all your finances. I don't suggest doing it if you are paying on a mortgage or anything like that. If you have no kids, you could probably work. If you have children yourself, do not do the inner childhood healing. Let them listen to it with earphones on. You don't do it. Let them do it. There could be a class for that where they just listen to the music, and the music will help them with naturally for their inner childhood healing before they hit adulthood. And then we could fix a lot of the karmic ties we have with our parents. See, like my parents have been married 55 years now, and the math has to check out now. So it's like now, you know, the guy that thinks he's my twin flame is in love with my mother. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, leave me alone. But maybe he would be cool to have around. But now that I don't have a dad, but I don't want to talk about it. It gets crazy, y'all. If it doesn't get fixed, God is going to fix it for you. And eventually it's going to take some time before that actually does happen. But he will. He will fix it for you. And that's where it comes in, y'all. But when you have people in your family and lawsuits pending, it's harder, and people block all your blessings that start to come through. Any money, finances, because technically you are still tied to them in some sort of way. Say if they're saying that you're married, but you're not married. Where is this marriage certificate? I want to know where it is, because you're making me broke. Can have that shit back. I've never been married. It's like Runaway Bride or something. Like, I've never walked down I'm the runaway bride. Seriously, I've never been married, so I don't know why. It's like other people's understanding of that or their beliefs of that is completely different from mine understanding. Well, if you have a house that you own, the courts have a different meaning of what that is. And depending on how your contract is with them, you could actually become the mortgage to the freaking house. Like, y'all have seen Monster House, that cartoon movie? Where that lady, she was like a big lady, she was always yelling at the kids in the street. She became the monster house. She came to life in the house. That's basically what happens. So you can be a tree, you can be a good little American citizen, or you can be a monster house, terrorizing everything and haunting things after you cross over into the spiritual realm. And the list gets longer, y'all. You just have to break yourself down into a simple category and try to teach more etiquette and be less like, but we can't help it. That's the ship we're on. Everybody's like, yeah, go pimp your hoe and blah, blah. Let's not do that, y'all. Like, let's not do that. Let's not teach that. Let's actually take someone on a date and do the right thing when you walk her to the door. Like, let's not hit up random people and just like, have random hookups. Actually become their friend first. Take time to get to know people before you get all your kudos for sleeping with them. I mean, am I not right or wrong? So you can have a true, real family. You can work with your family, but if you like pair off and you start having kids and stuff, you're just gonna like mix that whole damn tree up, and it can't communicate with the communicator. Basically, your Wi-Fi gets all screwed up, and you're taking money from this person. This person you depend on each other, and that's where we become all dependent and codependent on everybody, instead of just maintaining and focusing, but not too much, because you can't tell people what to do in your family. People are gonna do what they're gonna do. All you can do is be suggestive. Okay? That's all you can do until we can, in the background, fix the problem. So, and fixing the problem is not going to work out by, just incarcerating everybody until they get it right. Because a lot of people can't get it right because birth certificate issues or higher security problems that they have in their birth certificate or whatever. You never know. You could say the right thing, or you could just say the complete wrong thing, or you could just say nothing at all. By all means, I'm used to it, and now I don't have a dad, so like I know my life contract is changing because I've been through it all. And I mean, when I say I've been through it all, and then that is the cherry on the freaking Sunday right there, was finding that out about my dad and and I know, because I've lost it all with my children. So I know exactly how my dad is feeling towards me. I know and it hurts. It hurts so bad, y'all. Y'all have no idea how bad it hurts. Because I know he's just like disgusted with me, like, ugh. Like, and it just hurts. It hurts. Y'all don't even know. And it's like, well, I lost, I lost it. I really didn't lose it. I just got pretty much taken for it all. And somebody thought that they were going to restore that for me one day, but it's not cool. Like, I don't know who thought they were going to do that for me, but I wish to God they would have never done that for me, because what they did was they robbed me for all my money and put me into a spot under a rock in a hard place where now I'm having to fight every day to survive, because they wanted to be my husband. And they're not my husband. Just because I'm sitting here and talking to y'all right now and speaking with y'all for this time that I've been on here, does this mean we're married now? We're married now, aren't we? Are we married? This is considered married, right? And we're not going to do anything sexual, because you already know what time it is. I'm not going to sleep with you. Everybody knows I'm not going to sleep with you. Trust me. Everybody's tried. None succeeded. Very few. Very, very picky. Extremely, extremely etiquette. From high school to now, I have to be. So, I can dress up in lingerie all damn day long. I don't care. It's the tarot part that disturbs you. My religious beliefs disturbs you. I don't apologize for that. But I will draw you in for your attention and get you near and let you know, hey, you got to watch your back because you're not just anybody. And that goes for anybody out there that wants to be anybody great. All right? And it's not about being a person who's great or being a person who's famous. It's about how much money you gonna make, child. How much money you gonna make. Me, I want to make $78 an hour at a poker table. That's what I want. So, quick read. Quick read. And I will get there. And however I have to dress it up or whatever, this is going to pay more. Working in a casino at a blackjack table is going to pay my bills. It's going to help me maintain. I really don't care for the whole porn industry at all, but it has its perks. But it has its perks because you say no. The more you tell somebody no, they can't have it, the more they want it. So always remember that. And the second you give in and you give them what they want, they don't want you anymore after that. Unless they kind of like you can spend time with that person. Maybe you don't have a car, but the issue becomes a lot whenever you're like dragging someone down. I call it, and this is my old terminology that kind of grabs your attention. I would call it or refer to it as shitting on a person's day. Okay, it's like coming over, bum rushing through the door and saying, I need to take a shit in your bathroom now. I have to take a shit and I'm going to take up all the time in the world sitting here reading the newspaper on your shitter so you can't get nothing done. So, unless it's a scheduled shit date for you, like you're infringing on me by saying we're married if I'm just coming over to take a shit in your commode because I know you're my friend, you're going to let me do that. Alright, because we've known each other for a long time. It does not make you my husband. Like, if I'm just here just to, I don't know. But if you took a shit in my restroom yesterday, of course, and I'm going to feel it's okay, I can come and take a shit in your restroom the next day. So, and I'm not apologizing for it at all. So that it's an evenly yoked thing. You could both not have a job, but you were over at my house taking a shit in my toilet just yesterday, and so now it's not okay for me to come take a shit in your toilet today? What's up with that? You gotta be evenly yoked, guys. It's all currency exchange. An exchange of energy. Depending on what you're doing, when you step through the threshold of my door, speak your business. You have to have already, you can't, there's a lot of people that are into this like new finessing thing. And it really just needs to be broken down into a more stern, like, speak your business. Because it really takes gas to go and divil-dabble through the town. And, yes, I get bored, but, you know, you were entertaining me there for a while. I was feeling like I had T-Boone Pickens' credit card on the gas bill, but now that I'm really, you know, sitting back and thinking about it, I don't have any business to be going out there when I can just take a shit here in my own commode. Make sense? So it's kind of like being more frugal, not frugal, but it's like, you know, if you don't have to go out and about, don't go out and about. You know, if you can most things you can do by phone these days. So if you can avoid getting abducted by aliens and going out there and putting yourself out there, go for it, champ. But I'm telling you right now, if it's not a have to, you don't need to be out there. You have no business. Alright. A lot of people are just running amok. I'm running amok. Me, I was learning a spiritual journey. And I learned a lot of hard lessons. And I'm going to write a book. So, and be a blackjack dealer, so Alright. I'm going to give y'all a quick read now. And I don't regret any of it because I know the back roads now. So I can help pave it a lot better. But, you know, I'm not the county commissioner or nothing like that. But we can dress it however you would like to. And, you guys also, if you have found one of these, I need this back. You guys, if there's a person I feel that comes to my lives that has found this box that's addressed to me, and it has a couple of these in there, and it has a lot of these as well in there, kind of like patches, like stuff like that, or well, mine had a chevron on it. This one doesn't, but you know, kind of stuff like that. Or, you know what a chevron is, like that, like the gas symbol. Anyways, it has some patches in there, and some of these, and it had some old, I think I have one in there, some very old, like 1912 hand-painted French, Bordeaux, France postcards, and they were very important to me, and they're worthless, you know, it's all worthless stuff, but it had like some cool stuff like this in there, you know, I think a Waltham, or what do you call it, Waltham watch company, like a 19 jewel watch. It was just some cool antiques of mine, like after, you know, somebody very close to me had passed away, and I had it, it was like I had this black box with a silver stripe on it. That was mine. Somebody had made off with that, and I don't know why. Until, how old am I now? 35 years old. That's right. So, I'm going to say enough is enough and say, yes, we may have pushed this envelope or this idea a little too far. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on a limb here. I am going to go on a limb here. Let's see, read your future. But we need to steer this freaking ship back the other way. Alright, clear the spot. Bring this closer. And fix it before it gets too late. Alright. Because we can't do it anymore. It's gone. The island is starting to sink down into its water. California and Florida will be probably the first states to go underwater. Alright. There we go. Clear, concise message for the general collective. If y'all would like me to go for another walk down the street, would you put a thumbs up in the chat for me? If you would like me to go for another walk down the street. I can do that. For sure, for sure. Hey, at least Joe caught on. It's just a weird tarot thing, like, you know, people in the tarot community and stuff, and so at least we get it. We think it's funny, you know. See, and that's the thing about this whole new like computer system thing, the AI, because people do catch on, and it's not funny anymore. It's not funny at all. It's like, Oh, even I have days I want to slap somebody for knowing what they know. Stop and such. Alright. Clear, concise message for the collective. Alright. Dior. Christian Dior. Hey, if y'all do not get a Christian Dior purse for Christmas, I am sorry. Y'all need to talk to Santa Claus about that one. Alright, someone can't spy on someone anymore. There's a third parties in the reverse. Somebody's could be looking at going to jail or going somewhere, okay? Somebody could be just going places. Remember, guys, if it looks good and it dresses up really good, and it's going places in life, let it go places in life. Allow it to. Do not stress about it, because you're going to get pulled to the top too as soon as this person is there. Okay? So all this unnecessary spying, trying to secure the bag, secure it, it's just not. And sure, you could probably like contain it, but it's not something that should be, because it's trying to retrieve that one, and it's not going to get fixed like that. It's got to be fixed in a different kind of larger spectrum of a problem. So Queen of Pentacles, she's reversed. Someone doesn't have the money to bond out or something. This gives this situation strength. Yes, you need something and I need something. I'm just kidding. Alright, somebody's out in the cold. That's the obstacle here. It's cold outside, baby. Yeah, it's very cold outside because you've been putting me in these third-party situations, trying to get me all turned out, dranked up, and dripped out, and it's not going to work out. And I'm just going to block you. Now I've been on this whole, like, chicken peck, like, block. Like, I'm so quick to block people now, I will just block you. Because I can't handle the finesse. I cannot do finesse. I cannot do the effery. I cannot, and I mean not, do it. So don't. I'm very tired. Do not. Alright. Ten of Wands. Just be straight up. I prefer that, to be straight up. So, if you guys want a private reading from me, also, that being said, all my information is listed down below. What does this one mean? 3, or was it 10? 10 of Wands, 10 of Rods. Monday. Huh. Is today Monday? Today's Monday, right? Somebody, what's it? I am reading something. Somebody's doing something to me in the background. Alright, I'm out of here, y'all. Somebody's messing with my energy in the background. That's all y'all get. Y'all have a rest of nice y'all's evening. Go ahead and thank the person who's doing the effery in the background to make me sound and look and appear to be half out of it or whatever it is. Hope you got your rocks off. Y'all have a good rest of y'all's night. Thank ya. Bye, y'all. Have a good one. That wasn't even a tarot reading. That was very shitty. Alright, so I guess that's all me. I did that. That was my part, right? Not the computer, whatever.